The Leo and Danny show. Are you all right, Leo? You seem a little down right now.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, I'm all right.
You seem a little out of it. I do too. I'm the first one to confess it, but
I feel out of it, dude.
What's going on? What's the number one gripe in your life at this moment? Because I'm sensing something.
Number one gripe, dude. Nothing. I feel like I'm getting traction in as far as
Don't divert the question.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm trying to figure out what my number one gripe is. I think I don't know. I've been depressed this week, to be honest, though. I mean, the reasons, I named all of them to my girlfriend the other night.
Name them to our audience. Name them to producer Austin. I'm sorry for telling you to pipe down.
My relationship with my family is just disintegrated to almost, it's the worst it's ever been.
Why? We know, or rather I know, that your father kicked you out of the house you were living in that he owned.
Yeah, he kicked me out because, not that I was being a lazy bastard, but I wasn't, I needed to give some of my soul to what I love to do, which is perform, and that was taken away from me helping him out with his house and stuff like that. So
you put your soul to what you love to do. We go to Texas and we tell people that the Hook 'em Horns is a cock gay recruitment sign,
which is absolutely classic. But yeah, things like that. So he kicked me out. I was living in his other house. I would pay a small amount of rent, and the idea was that I would help him, with the construction process and all that. And then I feel like my mom and dad are both aging, and I feel like I don't even know my mother, and it bothers me sometimes.
I thought your mom was always taking care of you, and a helicopter mother growing up.
Of course.
How do you not know her?
But I've never had a deep conversation with her.
Deep as in you want to know about her sex partners, about her dreams before she gave it all up and had your ass?
Her dreams are
maybe she didn't have any dreams. The Italians are really simple like that.
Maybe, dude. It's a different generation, that's for sure. But my sisters too. It's all, my older sister's kind of like, she's kind of like crazy, I suppose. So
set her up with rat dick.
She lives at home and she has a boyfriend, but she's fine, man. I mean, she's healthy and all that.
Then what's the tear?
Very lovely. I've met her.
Yeah, I've met her too.
Oh, my younger sister he met, which is we recently kind of rekindled, but I kind of have animosity towards her because she only rekindled after she broke up with her boyfriend, who I didn't like for 5 years and turned out to be a scumbag. And it now all of a sudden she just wants to hang out. It's like, well, what happened in the last 5 years?
Yeah, you got to get through Mullen first.
And then my older sister, it's been years, I guess, since she fucking would rat on us when we were kids.
See, what you're telling me right now, this doesn't explain your current melancholy. What's happened this week?
I'm telling you, nothing specifically happened. It's just, I've been thinking about, I'm telling you, in the last couple of days, I've been thinking about my deteriorated relationship with my family. And then, I guess having someone that helps me, look, it's not like I'm getting rich or anything, but my, the supporter I have, definitely covers my rent.
Your sugar mama.
Yeah, my sugar mama. Yeah, she covers my rent, and I don't have to worry about that. And I keep my expenses low.
That makes you feel helpless, though.
It does. And
that's not a good feeling when you're reliant on somebody else for your living.
Exactly. So that's part of it as well. And then, I have been, going towards a place where I have my own business as far as I'm making some money on the internet. I've been able to usually, if I hustle, I can make rent on the internet, and that's cool. But I don't have a structure. I wake up whenever. I feel like I've made so many mistakes with my current girlfriend. I do think she's great, but I think I've made so many mistakes that at some point she will probably leave me, which is fine. I think it's so.
Has she said anything that makes you think that? Because that hasn't been something you've ever said to me before. You've never made it sound like your girlfriend leaving you is inevitable, and I'm curious why you think that's the case now.
Yeah, of course. We've had fights, and I feel like that's an underlying kind of feeling that's on her side. I think that I've just done things that are kind of really
unforgivable.
Yeah.
Or if not unforgivable, then unforgettable. And things that are unforgettable in your past, they're going to come up when things get dark.
Exactly. So that keeps happening, and then it's like
it's like a boot knife in her shoe.
Yeah.
So worst case scenario, she can always reach for the boot knife. Yeah, well, you fucked Helga on that playground. And you know what, Leo? She might have a point because Helga was 8.
I did fuck Helga.
Helga
on the
was
playground.
8.
Yeah, she was young, man. Yeah, I fucked up. You know, it was overseas, so it didn't count. But
I don't think 8 is the age of consent in any European country. Were you in Thailand? Where were you?
I was in Madagascar, dude. You'd be surprised.
Oh, dude, you can fuck lemurs in Madagascar.
Anything over there. But yeah, man, it's just tough. I mean, you know, I become kind of like a hedonist in my older ages now. I'm 33. I look for the next moment I can have some pleasure, and it's.
You've always looked for the moment you could have pleasure. Let's quit pretending your hedonism's a modern development.
Yeah, but I used to like, you know, I'd kind of balance my time here and there, and you know, I'm still diligent about what I do. I hit like 4 or 5 open mics a week. I fucking try to get on a show every week. I have that mentality because I'm on time to shoes. You know, you give me the structure, but I was looking for someone like you that would edit the videos and do all the stuff that I don't like to do because I'd rather be having sex and lying around with a hot girl because I wasn't going to do them. So I had been searching for you for a long time. And then I found you and it gave me, you know, the podcast. Like I was like, all right, well, my sugar mama can pay for this. Then I'll have another thing to do. So... You know, I was trying to find.
And now that you have, and it's going well,
yeah.
Are you still not feeling great because the underlying issues, which are your lack of structure, your hedonist lifestyle, your could be better relationship with your girlfriend and your family, all that stuff rather is starting to come back now that the rush of being on the Danny Mullen channel is starting to fade?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Are you just saying yes, or is that something?
No, man.
That's
how
correct.
I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm in therapy right now, dude. Jesus. Is this what therapy's like, man?
I'm not a very good therapist, so I doubt it. Then again...
Do you feel like everyone needs therapy?
They don't tell as many rape jokes as me, so they're very good. I'd say so. I'd say most people can benefit from it. I've been trying to... And people might not know this, but I have to do so many things every day to keep... total insanity from setting in. Are you tearing up a little bit?
Yeah, buddy.
Are you?
It's okay, man. I never talk about these things. I never talk about these
Oh, wow. Leo cries. That's the clickbait thumbnail title. We got it set.
Let's talk about those things. What do you do?
This is going to feel like such an anticlimax after Leo just cried. Let's talk more about it. Let's talk more about you. You need me right now, buddy.
People have real problems, man. I don't have... Everyone's healthy in my family. I mean... At least I can talk to my parents. I have a girlfriend. It's like...
You have a girlfriend. She's a beautiful girl. And Leo, I don't know if this is going to help or not help, but you also got to remember that if your girlfriend leaves you, you still got me, you still got the family. And as I said earlier, you're so handsome it pisses me off. You're going to be able to find another one, and she's going to be a catch. And you can work on correcting the mistakes you made in this relationship.
Of course. You know, and yeah, and it's also just I have like, I don't know, man. I feel like I should be more motivated, you know, to do things on my own. And it's even if just I can't get there sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I have a fear of just, you know, being the guy that either almost made it or... You know, just being a failure, you know?
I think about it every day, man. It scares the fuck out of me. That's why I work so hard, man, is because I'm so afraid of having almost made it and then the views, the subscribers, the success slowly receding or grinding to a halt, and then me having to go back and work in a fucking restaurant.
Yeah, dude, and then you use it, you know, to further push you forward, but I just get depressed.
Everybody gets depressed, man. The difference is I deal with it one way, you deal with it one way, and somebody like Emily Knows Everything, that fucking sap, she deals with it by blaming all of her failures on depression and surviving off other dudes. We just talked to her. Right now, you're somewhere in between me and Emily Knows Everything. It's okay, dude. I was telling this to Nico. Nico right now is 25, and he doesn't have much going on. He lives at home. He's on his phone, on Instagram, on Snapchat, just kind of dicking around most of the day. And I tell him all the time, hey, man, I was you at 25, so don't think I'm preaching here. But you need to start taking steps to get your fucking life on track, man.
Yeah.
In my age now, I regret all those hours I spent when I was 25 jerking off, learning songs on guitar, texting girls. And right now, there are a lot of hours in your day that you could fucking whip into shape. Your core in real life is like fucking iron. You look like who was the lead character in 300?
Leonidas.
What's his name? Gerard Butler? Your abs in real life look like Gerard Butler, but your daily schedule, you got a little bit of flab hanging out over the belt line.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. It's just it's hard to understand, depression, I guess. I know I can tangibly tell you that these reasons are why I'm sad, but being motivated is something else. Like, I can't find it sometimes.
You can't find it. I've got some books for you, which I know is my solution to everything. One, you're going to like, it's a coffee table book. Not very many words, Leo. Real easy read. That
sounds good.
I know you struggled a little bit with Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, yeah.
A
little bit, yeah.
We're going to reduce the word count by about 90% here. Yeah, motivation, I don't know, man. You want to be a successful internet comedian, real comedian. You want all that, right?
Of course, man. I do.
What if you tried for just 1 week living a little more like I do? And I'm not saying I have the fucking answers, because, dude, I have anxiety all the time. I'm stressed all the time. But just see if adding a little bit of schedule to your life, pretend you're in the military for a week. You think that might help?
Yeah, I think it would help. Yeah, absolutely. Wake up early. Yeah.
Wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. Get a workout in right when you wake up. I know you're really disciplined about your Patreon, and I saw your numbers going up and up.
Yeah, I've been disciplined about that. I like it. It's fun, I guess. It's easy.
You've been uploading a lot on your channel.
Yeah, I like talking to the guys. I feel like they need help, and I can help them with at least how to talk to girls. Like, I can do that.
What about getting some therapy?
I've thought about it. There's easy ways to do it now too. You can like Skype a therapist. Did you know that?
What about a real one-on-one therapist experience?
I mean, I'm sure we get the sugar mama to pay for that. Yeah, I should do that.
Why don't you try it out?
Yeah, she's a fan of therapy too. So
Adam Carolla, he was in therapy and he wasn't ever abused, but he just had some similar issues to you. He's from an Italian family. His dad was a little disinterested. His mom was a hippie type, distant as well. Doesn't have much of a relationship with his mother, like it sounds like might be the case with you. And he was never raped. He never got punched in the jaw and KO'd like we know some other people who have been, allegedly in Iggy. Yeah. He's told us that. Yeah, man, you don't need to be a foster child in pornography now in order to need therapy. It might help you out, man.
Yeah, man, I've thought about it for a long time.
I could probably use therapy, but I had such a rosy childhood that I think I'm all right with just meditating and working out and going to bed on time and waking up early. That seems to keep the insanity at bay for me. But dude, there's no shame in wanting therapy. Howard Stern's in therapy. Again, Adam Carolla, my hero.
That's crazy. What is that? Howard Stern's in therapy?
Howard Stern's in therapy. I don't know when he started, but he definitely went to a therapist a lot.
Yeah, man, this world is gnarly, man.
Try it out, man. What's the alternative? What's the alternative to making radical changes to fix the situation? Wasn't this the first thing I said to you when I met you at that stand-up show and you'd been Me Too'd and I sort of recruited you for the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It was the first thing I said to Leo because he was at his low point. He killed that night on stage, but the whole world wanted him dead because he said to a girl, "You need my big cock."
Yeah.
Correction, that's how you actually said it.
Yeah.
And I told him, dude, you got a couple choices right now. You can just drink a lot, mope around, and be an asshole. You can work really hard on your comedy career and just realize that the other option, being an asshole, isn't great. Or you can pick up a Smith & Wesson and fucking kill yourself. You got those three options, dude.
Yeah, you went over a lot of guys that had been Me Too'd way worse than me and how they were doing too, which was nice.
I don't remember what I said. I was drunk that night.
You killed it, dude.
Actually, I wasn't drunk. I still don't remember what I said, though. But, yeah, Leo, I mean, the only path is forward.
It is. No, I know, man. And trust me, I liked the parts of Think and Grow Rich that I did like that made me feel better, too, was that oftentimes, some rich men or successful men just have an eye for getting the right team around them, and they know their weaknesses. So, Thanks,
Come on, dude.
I gotta stop crying on this fucking podcast. Jesus Christ.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's all gonna be okay.